Hey, everybody. Cuse Connections continues, and it's an Olympic version and a great opportunity to catch up with Syracuse softball's all-time great, Jenna Caira, who joins us from Tokyo ahead of the Olympic Games. Jenny, look great. Excited for you. Exciting to see you and to catch up. Congratulations on making the Olympic team.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been a long time, Matt, so it's nice to reconnect here.
You know, you, I think, tell a great story. It's such an accomplishment. I don't care what sport, what country, to make the Olympics, but the level of commitment that you have had individually on the Softball Canada program from your time here, from your playing days on. Maybe you can catch us up in the recent years. You won Pan Am gold in a time when softball was not on the Olympic program for a couple of years. Fortunately, softball and baseball are back. So that's exciting for all of us, but it's a life changer for you.
Absolutely. So softball has been out of the Olympics since 2008. So I came on the program in 2009, and our team has just really been trying to continue to make our program as successful as possible, even throughout the non-Olympic years. And I think that we've done a really good job at creating a culture, a winning culture, and staying top 3 in the world since we've been out of the Olympics. And as you said, 2019 we got silver actually at the Pan Ams. 2015 we won gold at the Pan Ams. We were third at Worlds in 2018. So Canada is definitely up there, and we are very well respected. And we've been working really hard, and it's been quite the journey. It's not like an easy path just to, continue growing. We've had like peaks and valleys throughout our journey, but I think that's what makes us so special, and that we appreciate the moments more, especially when it comes to this moment like the Olympics.
Sure. I was going to ask you about that sort of prism of, is your growth as a pitcher and as an athlete in general. Boy, it would have been great for you to make the Olympics in 2012 and in 2016 in a lot of ways, in terms of talking about the prime of your career. How do you view all that now, given the way that it turned out? Because, here we are, very obviously, because of the pandemic, we're still in 2021 playing the 2020 Olympic Games, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Well, 2012, 2016 obviously would have been an amazing opportunity to be a part of those Olympic Games. And if I was in 2012, I would have just graduated from university, and I felt really good at that time. And I feel like I would have been at a good peak. But at the same time, I know when you're in your younger 20s or so, like you may think like you're at your peak, but man, I'm 32 now, proud to say it, and I feel better than ever. I feel more fit. I feel like I'm understanding who I am even more as a pitcher. I'm pushing myself and challenging myself in different ways to bring the best out of myself for this team. So I've always had a growth mindset, and regardless of the fact like we haven't been able to be part of the 2012 and 2016 games, I think we were meant to be in this moment because the team that we have here is incredibly special, and I wouldn't want to share the field with anyone else. So
where has the game taken you, whether that's geography or spiritually in your life that you're proud of, and maybe take us on a couple of those trips with us?
Yeah, I feel being able to play for Canada and represent your country on an international level, I've been able to, one, travel to so many different countries. And one, for example, is I think of Yukon, Canada, up north. And
not the University of Connecticut, like
not Yukon, everyone. YUKON. Being able to see all of like different parts of Canada that maybe you wouldn't have gone to in your lifetime. So that's one thing, to be able to share the game with other people within your country. It was incredibly special. That was, like 2012 or so. But then I really personally, as I've played longer, there was a point in my life in 2015 where I got burnt out. I retired. After the Pan Am gold, I felt like this was as far as our team was, our program, our sport was able to take it. We went to Worlds, we had Pan Ams, and it was a wonderful experience. But at the same time, I really needed to figure out who I was as Jenna Caira and not the softball player. So I really, I was very transparent and honest with my coach, and I took that opportunity to take a full year and a half off. And my coach called me back in 2017 to come back. And I'm glad that he did, and I'm very grateful that he did, because if he didn't, I don't know where I'd be today. I don't know if I'd be sitting here talking to you with wearing this across my chest. But I feel like sport can teach you so much about one, competition, but two, like who you are as a person. Teaches you about the leadership, the style, like the character that you exude to your teammates and to to people all who are listening to you. You are a leader, whether you want to be or not, because of what you represent. And I just feel like I've really learned to be true to who I am. And it's really easy to have people tell you what to look like, what to say, what to be. And at the end of the day, all you can be is your authentic self. And I feel like I've really brought that back into my style of play. And I'm just really proud of who I am and also the people around me to allow me to bring that out of me.
You're so well fit to be an ambassador for the game and the team. Do you really specifically enjoy this international competition? I can't imagine what a thrill it must be to represent your country in the way you are.
Yeah, thank you. Playing on the international stage is such a high. We always say pressure is a privilege, and I don't take these times for granted. When my name is called upon, like I'll do my best to play for the team, and this is bigger than me. And I want to be able to experience what I can experience during my time within the game, and I want to be able to take my lessons and my learnings and share that with the younger generation because I want this game to continue to thrive. Unfortunately, our game softball is going to be out in 2024 again out of the Olympics.
Unreal.
So it's another roller coaster, and it is what it is. It's an uncontrollable on our end, but what we can control is what we've learned and what we're going to share for the younger generation, so that when 2028 comes back and hopefully LA will host the Olympics, then softball will be back and our teams will continue to thrive in our sport.
We don't get a chance to talk to an Olympian every day. Put us in your shoes for a second, looking ahead to the opening ceremonies, that type of thing. Will you take part in that? Will you run around to other sports and other venues? How do you drink this in, or do you lock in?
Well, if it wasn't COVID times, I'd be able to go to other events and whatnot. We wouldn't be going to the opening ceremonies because our games actually start on the 21st. So it's a couple days ahead. So we'll be like right in the middle of our competition. But yeah, this type of Olympics, from what I've heard from other people, like this is going to look very different. We're not going to be able to do things, see things that maybe in other years you would have. And again, an uncontrollable, and that's okay. Like, heck, here we are. We're able to go to the Olympics. Like, we're able to represent our country and play on the world's biggest stage. So, yes, there's going to be pros and cons to everything. And we're just trying to be very grateful for where we are and what we have. And, safety is the first and absolute priority for where we are. Like, we want to make sure that what we're doing to take care of ourselves and for other people, we're taking the right steps to do that. Because if we don't, then what is this going to look like? So we're just trying to be our best for the people around us.
Sure. Last couple of minutes here, Jenna, I thought we'd reflect a little bit on a couple of things, not only on your Syracuse career, but the Syracuse Canada connection. Some of the other folks that we're talking to here, and Justin Knight is the first one that comes to mind. He's been flying that Maple Leaf, and we've been thinking about him for a long time as a future Olympian, and he's going to get to achieve his dream as well. How close, a lot of them are right there from Toronto and Mississauga. How close do you sense that bond, and do any of you guys keep in touch together?
I feel like when you get into your own worlds, like you're kind of just going through your own paths. But what's really cool is that you have your network of people, like with your Canadian fam, like regardless if you're at Syracuse or wherever, like you're always going to find a ways to connect and have that special bond with between everyone. So as much as I would want to like be able to hang out more and talk to each other more, I think that's just an opportunity for us to do better at. And I'm just like super proud of the Canadians that have been able to represent the country, but then also represent Syracuse. It's a great university, and I had a great time there, and I learned a lot about myself and how to be a team player and whatnot. And I know that anyone who comes through the university, just good people are going to come out of it. So yeah, I'm proud of everyone who's coming through there. And
sure. Last couple of things here, just your personal life sounds like that's popping as well in terms of your off the field endeavors and a lot of stuff to be excited about.
Yes. I'm engaged to a wonderful guy, Eric Sullivan.
Yeah.
COVID has kind of put things on hold a little bit, but that's okay. I did say, don't propose to me until the Olympic journey is over. And when COVID hit, like, you can propose whenever you want.
We got some time on our hands.
Yeah, we'll start planning. But yeah, I mean, I'm super happy. I'm back home in Toronto with my family, and we have a very tight knit family. So it's just nice to see my siblings and my parents all the time, my cousins. We're that typical European family, I think, when it comes to that type of tradition. But yeah, everything's great. I can't complain. I work for Canadian Tire Corporation, who's just been a wonderful company to work with. When I was retired in 2016 and then coming back in 2017, I let them know what was happening, and they were just so incredibly supportive of my journey. They really support the Olympics as well. So, you know, they they say something and they do it, right? And I'm just really grateful for them to be able to support my journey. And I'll always do anything that I can to support the CT brand. I'm currently a Jumpstart ambassador, which is their corporate charity where they help kids who are physical, financial needs to like help them get into sport. So anything that I could do to help kids stay in the game. I know Canadian Tire does a really wonderful job at like continuing for kids to play sports, which is what I truly believe in as well.
Yeah, fantastic. I know it's a big part of your mission in life. So the other day, you and I are texting to arrange our visit here, and then you're like, "Well, I got to go to a game," and now I noticed you threw 3 shutout innings in the game. No big deal. So how about take us on the field for 1 second here? How are things going with that golden arm?
Oh, everything's good. It's been, I don't know how many arm swings I've done in my
Think about how
lifetime,
many innings.
but the good things, it's still attached and it's feeling healthy. And that's at the end of the day, that's all I can control, especially right now, is just staying healthy and being ready for next week. But yeah, honestly, I'm just trying to like have a really good time on the field and enjoying and celebrating with my teammates. Like if you make this bigger than it is, I think it's gonna blow out of proportion. You just got to remember, it's just hit the mitt, and that's all you can control. So my
Sure.
arm's good, feeling healthy.
And you were saying you guys know your way around Japan a little bit in terms of all your travels. I know you've been training there longer than most teams probably, and off and on over the years.
Yeah, we've been here about 5 times. Specifically, Anjo has been wonderful. That's where we currently are. We're not in Tokyo just yet. We're actually headed there tomorrow. It's about a 6-hour bus ride. But yeah, we've, aside from COVID and not being a little bit more restricted this time around, we've been able to travel and like, see different parts of Japan and just how beautiful it is here. I'm a big foodie, so just being able to try all the things has been a lot of fun for me and a few of my teammates for sure. So just been able to enjoy the experience and just trying to like remember that this game is just gives you so many opportunities to see the world. I'm very grateful for that, and I cherish every moment that I can when I'm with this program.
Well, we can't wait, and we're just watching, so we can't imagine what's going through your head and how excited you must be, how proud your family must be, and certainly your extended family here, Jenna. Orange Nation is proud of you and excited for what's next. So thanks for the time, and continue to represent the university and your country well, and rock the red there. Best of luck next week.
Thanks, Matt. Really good to see you. Thank you for having me.